Here is your 700-word cinematic dark fiction story, crafted with cold precision. The text came while I sat in the dark, watching the ceiling fan carve slow circles. "We need our space." That was my mother's reply when I asked if I could stay in their guest room. My apartment had flooded, water climbing over furniture, swallowing photographs, leaving me with nothing. I expected, not sympathy, but something resembling family. Instead, 3 words: a dismissal. So I slept in my car, the damp smell of mildew still on my clothes. Nights blurred into one another, headlights scraping over my windows while I stared at the ceiling, awake. 2 weeks later, the next message came. "We're outside. The hotel is full. We've nowhere to go. Please let us in your mansion." Their house had been swallowed by wildfire, their possessions gone, and suddenly their space had run out. The irony was surgical in its cruelty. I had begged for a guest room, a small square of carpet in a house large enough to hold 3 Christmas trees. Denied. Now I sat in the library of my home, the phone trembling against my palm. Their desperation bled through the screen. I pictured them outside my gates, the heat of flames still in their hair, the ash on their shoes. Homeless, powerless, exactly as I had been. But the betrayal wasn't in their refusal to house me. Not really. It was the undertone in my mother's words. We need our space. Space from me, their son. I began to see the years differently. Every holiday cut short, every phone call unanswered, every subtle avoidance. The flood had not created the distance, it had revealed it. I didn't answer right away. Instead, I studied the message, reread it until the words became meaningless shapes. Then I scrolled higher. Her earlier refusal burned brighter against the glow of the new plea. I checked the security cameras. Their figures stood small at the gates, 2 shadows under the sodium lights. My parents, but also strangers. I poured myself a drink and watched them from my window. The longer I watched, the clearer it became. Their need wasn't love. It wasn't regret. It was survival. I let them wait. An hour. Then 2. Their shapes moved, restless, uncertain. The phone buzzed again. "Please answer." I remembered the cold vinyl of my car seat against my back, the sound of my own teeth chattering at 3 a.m., the silence of parents who needed space. By midnight, their knocks echoed faintly even from the gate. I finally opened the phone, typed a single line. "Why now?" The reply came quick, frantic. "We lost everything. We thought you would understand. You've always had more than us. You can help." And there it was. Not family, not love, obligation. I wasn't their son. I was their safety net, their backup plan, their insurance policy. The truth sank cold into my chest, heavier than the flood ever had. When I needed them, they cut the rope. Now they clawed at it. I walked down to the front gates. The fire's orange glow painted the horizon behind them, turning their faces hollow, skeletal. My father stepped forward, relief spilling across his expression. "You'll let us in," he said. Not asked, said. I looked at them the way one studies a painting, distant, detached. Then I shook my head once. My mother gasped. My father's jaw fell open. "You don't mean that." But I did, and they saw it in my eyes. No shouting, no fury, just a door quietly closing in a house that was no longer theirs to enter. I turned my back to their pleas, the steel gates humming shut behind me. The silence after was almost holy. Their knocks faded, replaced by the cicadas outside and the low hum of electricity. Inside, the mansion was still, serene. For the first time, I understood something sharp and clean. Family is not blood. It is not obligation. It is choice. They had made theirs when they left me in a car with nothing but rain-soaked clothes and silence. I made mine tonight. No pity, no regret, only clarity. The flood had taken everything I owned, but the fire had given me back something better: distance, and I would never let them cross it again.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.